Right, hello. I think we are now live. First of all, can you all hear me? I'm going to take that as a no. Okay, yes, you can. Okay, so there is a bit of a lag, but don't worry, I've got a minute available for each question on the Kahoot. So you don't feel how to press quickly. The code is on screen now. It is 3669300. Okay, so first off, thank you everyone so much for getting me to 1K subscribers. I never thought I'd get here, especially since it's what is essentially 6 months of making videos. Second, my friend Dom from Dom's Beast, who was in my Ranking the Doctors video a few weeks ago, has uploaded a new video on his channel. It is a BBC diss track. So after this stream has ended, I will put a link to that in the description, and you should all go and watch it because it is great. So we've got players entering the Kahoot. Got 7 players, I think, at the moment. Okay, so we're just going to wait a bit longer for more people to join, if anyone else is coming. And then we will start. Okay, we're going to start the Kahoot now. I think it will probably stay on the screen, the code. So if anyone joins late, they can add themselves in. Okay, so. Question 1. What is the only season that Thomas does not speak in the opening episode? Is it season 2, season 6, season 7, or season 20? Yeah, so the answer is season 6. The season 2 opener is Thomas, Percy and the Cold. Season 6 opener is Salty Secret. Series 7 opener is Emily's New Coaches. And Series 20 opener is Sydney Sings. So yeah, the only one Thomas does not speak in is Salty Secret. Moving on. So we currently have Joshua 56 in 5th place, Randolph in 4th, Anonymous in third, Thomas Blue in second, and Ollie H in first. Second question. In what year was Calling All Engines released? 2004, 2005, 2006, or 2007? Yeah, so the answer is 2005. It was the 60th anniversary of the franchise, and I think it was released between season 8 and season 9. Okay, so quite a big change in the top 5. Ollie H is still number 1. Randolph has gone up to number 2. Charlie TY 2009 is third. Percy Fan 1 in fourth, and Abid in fifth. Question 3. Who was the last character introduced in the original 26 books? Duke, Daisy, Mavis, or Jock? Yes, it was Mavis. Duke was introduced in the 25th book, which was Duke Lost Engine. Daisy was introduced in the Branchline Engines, which I think was the 16th book. Mavis was introduced in Tramway Engines, which was the 26th book. And Jock was introduced in a Christopher Aldry book, which was after the original 26. Oh, Ollie H has fallen out of the top 5. Now, Randolph has the highest answer streak of 3 in first place. Charlie TY 2009 in second. Percy Fan 1 in third. GB Keeling in fourth. And Abid is still in fifth place. Question 4. Which was the first season the phrase confusion and delay is used? Yeah, the answer is season 5. And this always surprised me because I think confusion and delay is one of the most well-known phrases of the show, up there with really useful engines. And so I think the fact that it first appeared as late as season 5 is quite surprising. Angel Perella Productions, you can join by going to the Kahoot app and typing in the pin, which is at the bottom of the screen, which is 3669300. I'm going to stop sharing briefly to see if we can get the sound of the Kahoot app. So stand by. Oh, wrong tab. Still the wrong tab. Okay. Okay, it doesn't seem like we will be able to get the sound. So we will go on to the next question. How have we gone from rankings? Oh, Randolph has fallen down. Charlie TY 2009 is now first. GB Keeling second. Abid third. Percy Fan fourth. And Thomas the Blue fifth. Going on to question 5. In Edward's Day Out, the guard is described to run down the hill with his flags in one hand and what in the other? Oh, we've got sound now. So is it his whistle, a sandwich, a flask, or his hat? Yeah, so the answer is sandwich. If I hadn't known the answer, I would have guessed whistle. But I think every question so far, the plurality of people have put the correct answer. So that is going well. So Charlie TY 2009 is still at the top. GB Keeling is still second. Thomas the Blue was moved up to third. Abid is fourth, sorry. And 30 Fan 1 is at fifth. Next question, question 6. In the book, Thomas the Tank Engine, what does Edward offer to do for Thomas? Is it red? Let Thomas take his passenger coaches. Blue? Let Thomas take his trucks. Yellow? Let Thomas take the day off. Or green? Let Thomas go and rescue James. Yeah, so the answer is blue, which everyone bar one person got. Yeah, so Thomas takes Henry's passenger coaches when Henry's ill, and of course no one let Thomas go and rescue James. He decided to go anyway. And so, yes, good point in the comment in the chat from Thomas YouTube 2009. Please don't say the answers in the chat. You can put wrong answers in the chat if you like, but try to refrain from putting the right answers in the chat because it will just spoil it for other people. So we still have Charlie TY 2009 and first place. GB Keeling has a streak with 5 correct answers in a row now. In second, Thomas the Blue in third, Percy Fan 1 in 4th, and Abid is still in 5th. So, next question, question 7. In James in the Top Hat, how were James's wheels described? Red, 2 small wheels in front and 6 driving wheels behind. Blue, 2 small wheels in front and 8 driving wheels behind. Yellow, 4 small wheels in front and 4 driving wheels behind. Or green, 4 small wheels in front and 6 driving wheels behind. Oh yeah, and Will Stowe, you can put answers in the chat because I know for a fact that you won't know the answer. Yeah, so it is red. I think it's probably had to be because James is for a medium-sized engine, not big, but not small. So going to the leaderboard, oh, Charlie TY 2009 has fallen from first place. He's down to 3rd. GB Keeling has now the highest answer streak of 6. He's moved up to 1st place. Thomas the Blue is 2nd. Percy Fan 1 is 4th. And we have a new face in the top 5, LB 520 at 5th. Next question, question 8. In which story is Bertie first mentioned? Red, Thomas in the Guard. Blue, Thomas Goes Fishing. Yellow, Thomas Terence in the Snow. Or green, Thomas and Bertie. Yeah, it is Thomas Terence and the Snow. In Thomas Terence and the Snow, it is said that a bus came to collect Thomas's passengers while Terence got Thomas out of the snowdrift. And then it is only in Thomas and Bertie that we find out the bus was Bertie, but he was still first mentioned in Thomas Terence and the Snow. So GB Keeling is still in 1st place. Thomas the Blue is now in 2nd. Percy Fan 1 is making a comeback with 3 in a row, and he is 3rd. Charlie TY 2009 is 4th, and Joshua 56 is in 5th place. In Troublesome Engines, what colour wheels do Henry, Gordon, and James say Henry had? Is it red, black, blue, blue, yellow, grey, or green, green? That's probably really confusing, but who cares? Yeah, it is black wheel. This is a play on the phrase blackleg, meaning coming into work when there is a strike. But this has always been an interesting insult, given that James actually did have black wheels. Okay, so no change in the top 5. GB Keeling 1st, Thomas the Blue 2nd, Percy Fan 1 3rd, Charlie TY 2009 4th, and Joshua 56th in 5th. GB Keeling has a streak with 8 correct answers in a row now. Question 10. Why is the fireman of the goods train cross with Henry for crashing into them with the flying kipper? Is it A, red, Henry nearly killed them; blue, Henry severely injured them; yellow, Henry crushed his favourite brake van; green, Henry made him spill the best cup of cocoa he'd ever had? Yes, it is green. Henry made him spill the best cup of cocoa he'd ever had, which was actually quite confusing, given that I would think I'd be more annoyed that he nearly killed me than making me spill a cup of cocoa. But Tom the Green Engine, you can join by going to Kahoot app or Kahoot on a browser, typing in the code, which is at the bottom of the screen, 3669300. Okay, so we have a new face in the top 5. LB 520 is back at 5th place. No change to the top 4. GB Keeling has the highest answer streak, which is now 9. Question 11. What does the policeman write in his notebook about Thomas? So red, regular lawbreaker; blue, blue engine numbered 1 travelling on public road with no cowcatchers; yellow, he said he doesn't catch cows; or green, Heathers the musical is better than Heathers the movie. Yeah, it is regular lawbreaker. Interesting, no one went for green because it obviously isn't the right answer, but it is a fact. I like them both, but the musical of Heathers is much better than the film. Okay, again, no change in the top 5, but Angel P _15 is the highest climber, up 3 places. Next question, question 12. In the Paint Pots and Queens, where does the paint pot land? Red on Henry's dome, blue on Henry's funnel, yellow on Henry's cab, or green on Henry's buffer? Yeah, so the answer is on Henry's dome. I think the painter lands on Henry's cab, but the paint pot lands on his dome. So again, no change in the top 5. GB Keeling now has an answer streak of 11. Impressive. Question 13. What is the name of Trevor's driver? Is it red, Charlie Sand; blue, Edward Heaver; yellow, Jem Cold; or green, Teddy Boston? We already have 3 answers, despite the fact that on my screen, it hasn't even come up yet. Yeah, the answer is Gem Cole. Charlie Sand is Edward's fireman. Edward Heaver is Edward's driver. And Teddy Boston is the fat clergyman. Gem Cole is Trevor's driver. Still no change in the top 5, but Abid is back with an answer streak of 3. Question 14. In Old Faithful, which standard gauge engine is waiting for Skarloey's train? Is it red, Edward, blue, Henry, yellow, Gordon, or green, James? Yeah, it is James. Edward goes to Skarloey Railway in Skarloey Remembers. Henry in Peter Sam and the Refreshment Lady. And Gordon in Trucks. It's James who goes in Old Faithful. And we have, I don't think we have a change in top 5, but we have switching places. LB 520 to move up to 4th. And Charlie, who was 1st, is now down to 5th. And up 3 places, Just a Friend is the highest climber. Next question. Question 15. Who is Percy talking to at the start of Duck Takes Charge? Is it red, Henry and Gordon, blue, Henry and James, yellow, Gordon and James, or green, Thomas and Edwards? Yes, it is Gordon and James. It's the scene where Percy's like, do you know what? And they're saying, of course we don't know what if you won't tell us what is. Okay, so there's no change in the top 5. GB Keeling now has an answer streak with 14 correct answers in a row. Next question. In Gordon Goes Foreign, what London station does Gordon arrive at? Is it red, King's Cross, blue, St Pancras, yellow, Euston, or green, Waterloo? Yeah, it's St Pancras. So Gordon says London is King's Cross. The Big City engine says London is Euston. Duck says London is Paddington. Gordon arrives at St Pancras, and Waterloo is just another London station. Next, there's no change in the top 5. GB Keeling has an answer streak of 15 now. Fill in the blank. Never trust blank engines. They aren't respectable. Is it red, diesel, blue, small, yellow, domeless, or green, whistleless? Yeah, it is domeless engines. It is Gordon talking about the city of Truro, and of course later the engines will say it to Gordon when Gordon loses his stone. Just gonna wait for the stream to get a bit further. Yeah, so we are now. There's a change in the top 5. Joshua 56 has moved into 5th place. With 3 in a row, Abid is back in the game, but GB Keeling is still in 1st place. Next question. Who convinces Rusty to help the passengers after Duncan derails in Rock and Roll? Is it red, Scarloey, blue, Rheneas, yellow, Mr. Hugh, or green, Peter Sam? Yes, it is Scarloey. I think it's Scarloey is the one who tells Rusty to go and help the passengers. Just gonna wait. The stream. Okay, so the stream has caught up. No change in the top 5. GB Keeling has the highest answer streak of 17 now. Question 19. Which of these is not a story from the book The Twin Engines? Is it red, Hollow Twins, blue, The Missing Coach, yellow, Bluebells of Scotland, or green, Brake Van? Yeah, so the answer is Bluebells of Scotland. The story Bluebells of England comes from the book Stepney the Bluebell Engine. Yeah, there is no change in the top 5. GB Keeling is still in 1st, but Anonymous is back with an answer streak of 3. Next question. Who rescues Thomas after he crashes into the station master's house? Is it red, Gordon, blue, Percy and Toby, yellow, Donald and Douglas, or green, Daisy? Yep, it's Donald and Douglas, of course, who rescue Thomas. It's going again, no change in the top 5. I'm not going to try and pronounce that. Has just hit answer streak 5. Question 21. In Galland's old engine, which standard gauge engine brought Rheneas back to the Scarloey Railway? Is it red, Edward, blue, Donald, yellow, Henry, or green, James? Yeah, so the answer is Edward. I think it was Donald who brought Cody briefly past the Scarlowy Railway. Let's go to so again, no change in the top 5. GB Keeling is still first. 3 players just hit answer streak 3. Next question. Which examples of friendly diesels does Percy give Douglas in Blue Belt of England? Is it red, Boko and Daisy, blue, Rusty and Daisy, yellow, Boko and Mavis, or green, Boko and Rusty? Yeah, it is Rusty and Daisy. I think Boko probably hadn't been introduced in the series at this point, otherwise they would have said Boko. So there's no change in the top 5. GB Keeling still first. Up 4 places, Bowser is the highest climber. Next question. In the book Mountain Engines, what is Lord Harry eventually renamed to? Is it red, George, blue, Patrick, yellow, Eric, or green, Moldavort? Yeah, it is Patrick after he rescues the climber. And also, great job, whoever put Moldavort. Respect. Okay, no change in the top 5. GB Keeling now has an answer streak of 22. Next question. In Duck and Dukes, who asks the Duke if he's real? Is it red, Duck, blue, Sir Handel, yellow, Peter Sam, or green, Rusty? Yeah, it is Peter Sam, because Duck told Peter Sam earlier that all the Dukes had been scrapped, so Peter Sam was expecting for no one to be there. And we have a slight change in the top 5. Joshua 56 is now up to 4th. LB 520 is now in 5th, but GB Keeling is still 1st. Up 3 places, Fan 68 is the highest climber. Question 25. In Wrong Road, what time was Edward's train supposed to leave the station? Red, 6:25, blue, 6:30, yellow, 8:25, or green, 8:30? It is 6:30, and I believe that is the first time we've had a plurality going for a wrong answer. The answer is 6:30. Gordon's train was supposed to leave at 6:25, and Edward's train was supposed to leave at 6:30. Thomas Blue is now in first place. GB Keeling is fallen to second. LB 520 is in third. Percy Fan is in fourth, and Joshua 56 is now fifth. And Anonymous is making a comeback with 3 in a row. Next question. Question 26. Which of the small railway engines is first to speak in the book Small Railway Engines? Red, Rex. Blue, Mike. Yellow, Bert. Or green, Frank? It is Rex who speaks first, and in fact, Frank isn't even in the book. He's not in it until the next book containing about these 3 engines, if I can speak properly. Thomas the Blue is still in first place. He now has the highest answer streak of 24. Good job. Question 27. Which of these was not one of the 3 coaches that Tom Hanks rescued during the story A Little Western? Is it red, Isabel, blue, Alice, yellow, Mirabelle, or green, Dulcie? Yes, it is Isabel. Isabel came with Oliver, Toad, and Douglas in the story Escape. So technically, she had already been rescued by the time of this story. Have a slight change in the top 5. Joshua 56 is now up to 4th. Percy Fan 1 has fallen to 5th, and Thomas the Blue is still in first place, and he's an answer streak of 25. Question 28. What does Bulgy get turned into at the end of Bulgy? Is it red, a vegetable stand, blue, a single-decker bus, yellow, a hen house, or green, Moldavort? Yes, the answer is a hen house. Everyone got that right. Good job. Bit disappointed no one went Moldavort, but okay. So you go next question. Thomas the Blue is still in first place, but the thing I'm not going to try and pronounce is making a comeback with 3 in a row. Question 29. Which section of the Mid-Sodor Railway were Duke and Falcon on in Bulldog? Is it red, the winding track, blue, the mountain road, yellow, the tunnelled incline, or green, the widening incline? Yes, the correct answer is the mountain road. Have a slight change in the top 5. Percy Fan is now in 4th. Joshua 56 is back in 5th. 3 players just hit answer streak 4. Question 30. Which is the only season 1 episode not to have a Ringo Starr US recording? Is it red, Whistles and Sneezes, blue, Toby and the Stout Gentleman, yellow, James and the Express, or green, Thomas's Christmas Party? Yeah, it is Whistles and Sneezes. I don't know why he didn't do a US recording, presumably because they couldn't work it into an episode of Shine Time Station when he was Mr. Conductor. So there is only a Ringo Starr UK recording and George Carlin US recording for Whistles and Sneezes. Again, we have a slight change in the top 5. Joshua 56 is back up to 4th place. Percy Fan 1 is in 5th. Just a Friend just hit answer streak 17. Question 31. Which of these was not a cancelled episode for season 2? Is it red, Henry and the Elephant, blue, Gordon Goes Foreign, yellow, The Missing Coach, or green, The Fat Controller's Engines? Yes, both red and green were correct answers. You could have gone for either of them. So 1, 2, 5 now, Peach. You were right. Both of them are correct answers. Gordon Goes Foreign was cancelled because of budget reasons, and The Missing Coach was cancelled because Bristlecroft thought the plot would be too confusing. Again, we have no change in the top 5. Thomas the Blue has a streak with 29 correct answers in a row. Question 32. During season 3, Tim of Sheds is shown to have 6 berths on the outside. but how many on the inside? Is it red, 7, blue, 8, yellow, 9, or green, 10? Yeah, the answer is 9. So apparently, in season 3, Timothy Sheds is a TARDIS. Who knew? Oh, GB Keeling is back up to first place. Thomas the Blue is down in second place. Just a Friend has the highest answer streak of 19. Question 33. Season 4 contains the 100th episode of the TV show. What was it? So red, Ford Engines. Blue, Thomas and the Special Letter. Yellow, Paint Pots and Queens. Or green, Bold Out. Yeah, the correct answer is Thomas and the Special Letter. It's the 100th episode of the TV show. No change in the top 5, but Fan68 is back with an answer streak of 3. Question 34. According to Britt Allcroft, which episode was Thomas and the Magic Railroad partially inspired by? Is it red, A Close Shave, blue, Stepney Gets Lost, yellow, Thomas and the Special Letter, or green, Grandpuff and Sleeping Beauty? Yeah, the answer is Thomas and the Special Letter, which always confused me because I was like, I can't see why Thomas and Magic Railroad would be inspired by Thomas and the Special Letter. Okay, so we have a slight change in the top 5. Joshua 56 has moved up to 3rd place. Percy Fan 1 up to 4th. LB20 is in 5th. Just a Friend has a streak with 21 correct answers in a row. Next question. Which of these was not a new character in season 7? So red, Arthur, blue, Murdoch, yellow, Spencer, or green, Salty? Yeah, the answer is Salty. Salty was introduced in season 6. And Arthur, Murdoch, and Spencer all introduced in season 7. Again, we have no change in the top 5. Just a Friend has a correct answer streak of 22, so well done to them. We're going on to the next question. Question 36. Which is the only episode of season 8 that Thomas does not appear in? Red, You Can Do It, Toby. Blue, Squeak, Rattle and Roll. Yellow, Gordon Takes Charge. Or green, As Good as Gordon. Yes, the correct answer is Squeak, Rattle and Roll. He cameoed in Gordon Takes Charge, so he didn't speak, but he did appear. And he was in a deleted scene of Squeak, Rattle and Roll, but not in the final episode. So Squeak, Rattle and Roll is the only season 8 episode that Thomas does not appear in. Keep doing that. No change in the top 5. GB Keeling is still number 1. 37. Season 9 is the first season to have what? Red, Steve Asquith as head writer. Blue, Sharon Miller as part of the writing team. Yellow, Tom's appearing in every episode. Or green, all of the above. Yes, it is all of the above. This is the first season to have all of these things occur. Next. We have no change in the top 5. Just a Friend has an answer streak of 24. Good job. Question 38. True or false? The complete Series 10 is the only DVD to have 28 episodes. Is it blue, true, or red, false? Yeah, the answer is true. Season 20 had 28 episodes. However, the Christmas Coffee Pot and Over the Hill weren't on the complete Season 20 DVD. So Season 20 only has 26 episodes. And so Season 10, the complete Season 10 is the only DVD to have all 28 episodes. Okay, so no change in the top 5. Just a Friend has the highest answer streak of 25. Question 39. Season 11 was originally going to be the last of what? Red, the last to use models. Blue, the last to be narrated by Michael Angelis and Michael Brandon. Yellow, the last season of the show. Or green, all of the above. Okay, Evan Cahill, I can see you are back. Please stop putting the answers in the chat. That's why you were blocked for 5 minutes. Yes, so the correct answer is blue. The last to be narrated by Michael Angelis and Michael Brandon. It was because Pierce Brosnan was going to take over. Originally going to narrate seasons 12 through 14. However, after the Great Discovery, for some reason, he left, and so Michael Angelis and Michael Brandon came back. No change in the top 5. Just a Friend has the highest answer streak of 26. Question 40. What was the original title for the Great Discovery? Is it red, Great Waterton? Blue, Welcome Stanley? Yellow, Leave the Track? Or green, Lost Town? And I'm sorry, I realised I did not say blue the correct way, so do it now. Welcome, Stanley! All of the non-Thomas fans watching are going to be so confused at that. Yeah, the correct answer is leader of the track. Unfortunately, it is not Welcome Stanley, but the one person who put that, respect. There is a change in the top 5. Just a Friend, for the first time in the game, has got up to 5th place, and that's no wonder if they have an answer straight for 27. With GB Keeling still in 1st. Question 41. Season 12 contained the 300th episode of the show. What was it? Was it red, Rosie's Funfair Special? Blue, The Party Surprise? Yellow, James Works It Out? Or green, Best Friends? Yeah, the correct answer is James Works It Out. No change in the top 5. GB Keeling in 1st, Thomas the Blue in 2nd, Joshua 56 in 3rd, Percy Fan 1 in 4th, and Just Friends in 5th. True or false? True. Hero of the Rails was the first reduction in English dubs to have a voice cast. Blue, true, or red, false? Yes, it is false. The first production in English dubs to have a voice cast was Thomas and the Magic Railroad. However, this is the first time that there was a permanent voice cast in the English dubs. No change in the top 5, but Small Peep Henry is making a comeback with 3 in a row. Question 43. What was the first episode of the CGI era? Was it red, Splish Splash Splosh, blue, Creaky Cranky, yellow, Double Trouble, or green, The Early Birds? Yeah, it was Creaky Cranky. It was the first episode of Series 13. I think Splish Splash Splosh was the 15th episode, Double Trouble the 4th, and The Early Birds the 6th. And no change in the top 5. Just a Friend has a 30 correct answer streak. Number 44. How many times does Ferdinand say "that's right" in Misty Island Rescue? Is it red, 10, blue, 17, yellow, 20, or green, 23? Yeah, Ferdinand says "that's right" 17 times in the film Misty Island Rescue. I think overall "that's right" is said 20 times, but just by Ferdinand, it's 17. No change in the top 5. GEB Keeling still in first, but Just a Friend now has the highest answer streak of 31. Question 45. In how many episodes does Emily speak in season 14? Is it red, 2, blue, 3, yellow, 4, or green, 5? Yeah, the answer is 2. She speaks in Pingy Pongy Pickup, and Victor Says Yes. And that's it. Have a slight change in the top 5. Just a Friend keeps moving up. It's gone up to 4th place. 30 Fan 1 is in 5th. Just a Friend has the highest answer streak of 32. True or false? Day of the Diesels is Diesel 10's last appearance in a special to date. Is it blue? True. Or red? False. Yeah, so the answer is true. He appears in the Missing Christmas Decorations in season 17, but that was an episode rather than a special. So in terms of just the specials, Day of the Diesels was Diesel 10's last appearance. No change in the top 5. GB Keeling in first, Thomas the Blue in second, Joshua 56 in third, Just a Friend with an ad streak of 33 in fourth, and Percy Fan 1 in fifth. Question 47, true or false? Season 15 is the only season to introduce no new characters. Is it blue? True. Or red? False. Yeah, it is true. A lot of people, yes, there's 8 people said it was false. People say season 8 has no new characters. However, it does introduce 1 or 2 very minor human characters, like I think the ice cream factory owner. He is introduced in season 8. I think he only appears in season 8, but he's still introduced in that season. Whereas season 15 introduces no new characters whatsoever. The change in the top 5, Just a Friend. They keep on going up. Just a Friend into third place with an answer streak of 34. GB Keeling, however, still in first place. Thomas the Blue still in second. Question 48. Blue Mountain Mystery was Annie Carabel's first speaking role since what? Is it red, season 11, blue, season 12, yellow, Hero of the Rails, or green, season 13? Yes, the correct answer is season 11, which seems an incredibly long time to me. I think we can probably thank Andrew Brenner for giving them a speaking role, since Andrew Brenner was the script editor for Blue Mountain Mystery. Oh, Just a Friend has fallen down to 4th place. Joshua 56 back up to 3rd. Thomas the Blue is making a comeback with 3 in a row. GB Keeling still in 1st. Percy Fan 1 still in 5th. Next question. What was the last episode of the Miller era? Was it red, Thomas Toots the Crows, blue, With Swish, yellow, Happy Birthday Sir, or green, The Christmas Tree Express? Yes, the correct answer is green, The Christmas Tree Express. It was the 20th episode of season 16. I think, if I'm remembering correctly, Thomas Toots the Crows is episode 8, With Swish is episode 16, and Happy Birthday Sir is episode 19. No change in the top 5. Thomas the Blue has a streak with 4 correct answers. Question 50. In King of the Railway, Toby's line about Henry not needing special coal was nearly cut, but was kept in at whose insistence? Red, Andrew Brenner, blue, Ian McHugh, yellow, Sam Wilkinson, or green, Christopher Audrey. For those who don't know, KOTR is abbreviation for King of the Railway. There wasn't enough room for me to type in the full name King of the Railway. Yes, the correct answer is Sam Wilkinson. Only one person got it. A bit surprising. So, basically, it was in the original draft. The line was in when Gordon says, "Don't tell me you need special coal again," and Toby says, "No, Gordon, that was fixed ages ago." It was removed in later drafts, but Sam Wilkinson insisted that they had to keep it in to sort of make up for the fact that the Hit era and the Miller era got it wrong and had Henry keep on taking special coal, even though it was fixed in season 1. Oh, it looks like Just a Friend was the person who got that correct. They have moved up to 3rd place. No other changes in the top 5. Next question, question 51. What was the first episode of the Brenner era? Was it red, Steamy Stafford, blue, Kevin's Cranky Friend, yellow, Gordon Runs Dry, or green, of Reliable Edward? Yes, the correct answer is Kevin's Cranky Friend. Steamy Stafford was the first episode in the production order, and it's the first episode on DVD released. Gordon Runs Dry was, I think, the first episode to come out of the Brenner era where fans were like, whoa, the show is good again now, when Gordon Runs Dry came out. I think that's true. And I think it was the first Brenner era episode I watched. Reliable Edward was the first episode of season 18, but Kevin's Cranky Friend was the first episode in season 17, which was the first of the Brenner era. No change in the top 5. Question 52. Multi-select. Which of these was not a working title for Tale of the Brave? Was it red, The Monster of Sodor, blue, Tale of Bravery, yellow, The Monster of the Clay Pits, or green, Tracks to Bravery? Yeah, the correct answer is Tale of Bravery and The Monster of the Clay Pits. Neither of these were working titles, but The Monster of Sodor and Tracks to Bravery both were. No change in the top 5, but Just a Friend has a streak with 4 correct answers in a row. Question 53. In season 18, Edward's branch line is mentioned for the first time since what season? Red, season 3. Blue, season 4. Yellow, season 5. Or green, season 6. Yeah, the correct answer is season 3, which seems a long time to me for them not to mention Edward's branch line. Okay. No change in the top 5. Question 54. The adventure begins. A is incredible. B is based on the books. Yellow, I've probably said something else. Yellow has railway series illustrations during the credits. Or green, all of the above. Yes, everyone is correct. It is all of the above. It is incredible, it is based on the books, and it has royalty illustrations during the credits. What other question could I have for this film? No change in the top 5. And just before we go on, we're entering the last 10 questions now. Everyone, type in the chat. Which of these 5 are you supporting to win? Type in the chat now. Personally, I am having a tough time deciding, but I think I'm going to back because they got the Sam Wilkinson question correct. I am backing Just a Friend. Why is Henry in his new shape and the adventure begins? That is a good question. I personally, well, it's obviously just a production error, but in terms of the in-universe, I'm going for Rob the Green Engine's theory, in that in that basically the adventure begins is clearly a different timeline to the books and the classic series, because like stuff like the sad story of Henry happens before Edward and Gordon. So basically what he's saying is that the Henry's accident with the flying kipper happened before the film. Okay, so like they've messed up the timeline a bit. Now, most people, it seems like, are backing Just a Friend, but a few people backing GB Keeling. So let's go into the final 10. Which of these voice actors was not in Sodor's Legend of the Lost Treasure? Is it red, John Hurt; blue, Olivia Colman; yellow, Rupert Degas; or green, Eddie Redmayne? Yes, the correct answer is Rupert Degas. John Hurt voiced Sailor John; Olivia Colman voiced Marion; Eddie Redmayne voiced Ryan in this film, although later Ryan was voiced by someone else. Rupert Degas voiced quite a few characters in the Miller era, but was not in this film. Just a Friend has moved up to second place with a streak of 7 correct answers in a row. On the heels of GB Keeling still in first place. Oh, no. Question 56. What is the only episode of season 19 to have different titles in the UK and the US? Is it red, No Help at All; blue, Slow Steven; yellow, Snow Place Like Home; or green, Goodbye Flight Controller? Shooting Star Productions, Shooting Star is here. No, I do not believe in the two Henrys theory. Assume you were thinking about the same two Henrys theory, but I only know one, so. Yes, the correct answer is Goodbye Fat Controller. That's because of the whole thing. In the UK, we call him Fat Controller. In the US, they call him Stop 'em Hat. No change in the top 5. Percy Fan in 5th, Joshua 56 in 4th, Thomas the Blue in 3rd, Just a Friend in 2nd, GB Keeling in 1st. Is there enough time for Just a Friend to catch up? Henry the Black 5 is back with an answer streak of 3. Question 57. In The Great Race, who won The Great Race? Is it red, Spencer; blue, Etienne; yellow, Connor; or green, the Flying Scotsman? Thomas Beast, welcome to the stream. Thomas Beast, no, you are not GB Keeling. Thomas Beast, say that word again and I will mute you from the chat. Yes, the correct answer is Etienne. Although they've always said in the show Connor and Caitlin are faster than Spencer and Gordon, and yet both Spencer and Gordon were in the great race and Connor and Caitlin weren't. So no change in the top 5. 3 players just hit streak 4. Is there enough time for just a friend to catch up with GB Keeling? True or false? Season 20 was the first season not to have Thomas's name in the title of any episode. Is it blue, true, or red, false? Tilly Shepherd's just a friend. Well done on the Sam Wilkinson answer. Yes, the correct answer is false. The first season not to have Thomas's name in the title of any episode was season 15. No change in the top 5. GB Keeling, you're going to have to get every answer right now. Just a friend is catching up. So to be fair, is Thomas the Blue. Thomas the Blue is catching up as well. Question 59. Who is Merlin's voice actor? Is it red, Eddie Redmayne, blue, Keith Wickham, yellow, Hugh Bonneville, or green, Jim Howick? Yeah, Eddie Redmayne voiced Ryan in Sodor's Legend of the Lost Treasure. Keith Wickham voices pretty much everyone. Hugh Bonneville voices Merlin. And Jim Howick, who, for any Horrible History fans, of course, was in Horrible Histories, one of the main cast of the original show. He voiced Hurricane in Journey Beyond Sodor. No change in the top 5. Thomas Blue's making a comeback with 3 in a row. Looks like GB Keeling is gonna win this, but gotta. Question 60. Season 21 contained the 500th episode of the show. What was it? Red, A Shed for Edward. Blue, PA Problems. Yellow, Terence Breaks the Ice. Or green, Confused Coaches. Yes, it is PA Problems. I always thought I would not put it past Ian McHugh just to go right. 500 episode show. let's make it the episode where we write Edward off. I would not have put it past Ian McHugh to do that. But it turns out he didn't. It is PA problems, which, to be fair, does feature Edward in a fairly prominent role. So I think that is suitable. So let's see. No change in the top 5. Just a Friend has the highest answer streak of 12. Is there enough time to catch up? Probably not. But let's see where we're going between Just a Friend and GB Keeling now, I think. Question 61. What song is Bertie singing when Ace races past him at the start of Big World, Big Adventures? Is it red? Somebody Has to Be the Favourite. Blue? Will You, Won't You? Yellow? Free and Easy? Or green? Let's Have a Race? Yes, the correct answer is Somebody Has to Be the Favourite. Basically, that was the first song of the last special. Will You, Won't You, first song of the 2016 special. Free and Easy was a later song in that special, sung by Ace. Let's Have a Race. I thought it would have been really nice if Andrew Brenner had Bertie sing Let's Have a Race. Because, you know, I think we all know Andrew Brenner did not want Big World, Big Adventures to happen. He wanted to carry on with the Brenner era. And so it would have been nice for him just say, because Mattel are forcing them to do this, let's just go back to classic Thomas and have Bertie sing one of the most classic songs. But no, I think Somebody Has to Be the Favourite. Okay, so I think there are 3 questions left. Okay, both Just a Friend and GB Keeling got it right. Just a Friend, 13 correct answers in a row. 3 questions left. Let's go. Question 62. Season 22 contained the first episode of the show to be written by Michael White. What was it? Was it red, An Engine of Many Colours? Blue, Hunt the Truck? Yellow, Heart of Gold? Or green, Free the Roads? And while you're all answering that, I'm just adding Thomas Beast to the stream. You want to turn your camera on, Dom? Hello there.
Hello.
So, all of you who watched my Ranking the Doctors video, you will already recognise Dom. If you go to my school, you will already recognise Dom. But for those of you who don't you've just watched my Thomas videos, this is my friend Dom. He has a YouTube channel called Dom's Beast. You can see his profile here. He was the person who I advertised a video for at the start of the video, his BBC Diss track. Go and watch it after the stream. Dom, I say, someone who knows nothing about Thomas, if you had to guess, what would you say? You have 2 seconds.
Heart of Gold. Oh, I mean, An Engine of Many Colours. That's what I said.
Yeah, that's totally what you said, Dom. So, yeah, the correct answer is An Engine of Many Colours. Actually, I think that's probably Michael White's worst episode, but Michael White is the only decent writer of this era. And it's still a good episode, especially compared to the others.
I completely agree.
Okay, Anonymous, up into the top 5. So, Dom, you have we are currently now in a race between GB Keeling and Just a Friend. Who are you backing to win this?
I mean, I've seen GB Keeling top of the table almost the whole thing, so I'm gonna back him.
You back GB Keeling? Well, I'm backing Just a Friend because they were the only person to get the Sam Wilkinson question, as I'm now calling it, correct. So I am backing Just a Friend. But GB Keeling looks like he's going to win this, or she's going to win it, or they're going to win this.
Yeah.
Listen, John. Question 63. Which of these season 23 episodes was not written by Michael White? Was it red, Free the Roads? Blue, Steam Team to the rescue. Yellow, Out of Sight. Or green, Heart of Gold. Dom, as a non-Thomas fan, what would you say?
Out of Sight.
You would say Out of Sight. Any basis behind that, or just a guess?
I like yellow.
You like yellow, okay. I mean, good logic as any.
I might sneakily Google it now. I just really impress you with my Thomas knowledge. God, this Kahoot music's really intense. Where's the light-hearted beat boobs?
Yeah, well, it's getting to the closing stage of the game.
Oh,
Yes, it is. It is Steam Team to the Rescue. It was written, I think, by David Stotton, who was the head writer at the time.
I think I fooled 3 people into guessing yellow.
Well, they might. I mean, we are about 10 seconds ahead of YouTube, so
Yeah.
never know. Oh, Just a Friend has gone up to first place. Is this the moment? Go on, Dom. Go on then, Dom. Care to rethink? Who are you backing?
Oh, stay true. I believe in you, GB.
Going for GB Keeling. I'm still backing Just a Friend. I'm just checking. So we have one more question. Who's going to do it? Just a Friend or GB Keeling? Whoa. Okay. Next. Who wrote Thomas the Royal Engine? Is it red, Andrew Brenner? Blue, David Stotton? Yellow, Ian McHugh? Or green, Michael White? What are you going for, Dominic?
And Andrew Brenner.
Going Andrew Brenner. Any reasoning?
Triangles.
Triangles, okay. So you went your favourite colour, now you're going your favourite shape.
Yeah, sure.
20 seconds. The Jake channel. Either you are lying or Tilly Shepherd, who wrote it in the chat earlier, they are just a friend, was lying. So one of you's lying, and I don't know which it is.
Well, whoever it is, they're going to finish second, because GB is going to win.
I'm still going. Okay, one person got it wrong.
Just a friend, please.
Let's see. Who won it? In third place with 51 out of 64, Thomas the Blue. In second place, GB Keeling. So in first place, it is Just a Friend. Runners up, Joshua 56 and Anonymous. What happened to 30 fan number 1? I do not know.
Interesting that Just a Friend only got 50 right, but he got good streaks, didn't he?
Or she, or they.
Yes. Oh, sorry.
I will stop the screen.
I think in the chat it was a guy called Jake or something.
Or 2 people have claimed to be Just a Friend. We need some proof.
I'd love someone to be my friend.
2 people have claimed to be Just a Friend. The Jake channel, do you have any proof? Tilly Shepherd, who said earlier, do you have any proof? The Sky, you are not. You are Ollie H. You were first for the first 2 questions, but then we're quite down low for the rest of it. Panda Cat 55, well done for coming 5th.
How many people were in it? The whole Kahoot.
I think it started around 20, but it finished at about 8. Evan Calhill, we do not appreciate that kind of language, thank you. Okay, so Dom, are you happy to stay for a bit? Take some questions?
Sure, yeah.
So if anyone has any questions for either me or Dom or both, please fire away in the chat. Dom, how long were you actually watching the Kahoot for? Because I know you were busy for the start.
I joined, what was it? There were about 60 questions, weren't there? I think I joined around question like 45, and I went off a bit, and then I joined back about 55-ish.
Okay, so you were here for a lot of the time. Teddy Shepherd joined in 12 questions in. Now, if you are just a friend, then that is very impressive. To have joined 12 questions in and still win. Okay, from the Sky Eagle, what have you both been up to during lockdown, and have you done your matrices homework? I have not done my matrices homework yet. No, Ollie. I think, but anyway, we're in different maths classes, so we may not have been set the same homework. Dom, have you done your matrices homework yet?
I reckon I have actually. Yeah. I haven't done any of my other homeworks, but you know.
So the Sky Eagle, we're 4 days into holiday. We have quite a while to do our homework. Thank you. And what have you been up to during lockdown then, Dom?
I mean, not much. If any of the people here know the show Taskmaster, I've like made my own version of that to do with to my family. But yeah, any excuse not to do revision or homework, I'll happily take.
Yeah, so I've spent much time. I've spent a lot of time doing the YouTube channel, getting up to 1K. Thank you again, everyone. And other than that, not much. Just lying around trying to avoid homework and revision.
Okay. I've just seen Jacob's question. Question to Dom, who am I?
Question. Why were the Coldie Fell engines not televised? Question to Dom, who are they? Okay then, Dom, who are the Coldie Fell engines?
Well, there's some engines. I'm going to guess they're from a place called Coldie Fell.
Yeah, you're not wrong. The Coldie Fell engines were engines that ran through the mountain, Coldie Fell, in the books, and they were not televised. I'm not actually sure why they weren't televised. I assume it's because it would be too hard to film, but I don't know. And then when it came to the Brenner era, I assumed it's just because, well, the Mattel probably said something like, right, you've brought in the small railway engines, you're not bringing in Coldie Fell as well. Mm-hmm. Question for the 3RI engines. How can the big engines get to Brendam Docks if it's on Edwards Branch Line? Well, I think there are two reasons for this. The first is that the TV show during the Miller era basically threw all of Audrey's canon out the window and just said, to hell with it, they can get there if they want. The other theory is that presumably the branch line supports were strengthened, so the bigger engines could run along it. Sky Eagle thinks Taskmaster a great show, Dom. John Hancock, the Island Song is the best Thomas the Tank Engine song. Can you prove me wrong? And how is James considered a part of the big engines? No, I cannot prove you wrong because I agree that the Island Song is the best Thomas the Tank Engine song. And James, well, it's because in the books it's always Henry, Gordon, and James. So even though Edward is the same size as James, Edward is more considered with Thomas, Percy, Doug, and that lot, and James with Henry and Gordon. Why do you think I chose GB Keeling? Go on then, Dom, you haven't had much to talk about.
Because he likes the letter G, he likes letter B, and he got punched and he keeled over.
Okay, that's a bit... my guess would be he's from Britain, as in GB, and keeling, I think he is probably trying to say peeling, as in I'm peeling a banana, but mistyped. Because if you look at a keyboard, P and Q are quite close together. That's my theory. James Carr, will you please tell us if either of us is right? If Rob's theory is right, then where was Percy? Rob's theory just says that events in The Adventure Begins happened in a different order than before, than in the books and the TV show. So it just said that the Flying Kipper had to happen before the free events with the freeware engines. There's nothing to do with when Percy arrives on the island. The Jake Channel Know You Are Not, Tilly Shepherd has just messaged me on Instagram with a screenshot of her coming in first place. So Jake Channel Know You Are Not, I Am Just a Friend. That was Tilly Shepherd. So impressive to Tilly Shepherd, who's joined 12 questions in and still managed to win. The name GB Keeling. Yeah, can you tell something like question for both. What is the link of the stream? Oh, yeah. Well, either you're watching it and you can, if you mean the link of the YouTube video, you can copy it from the top. If you mean what's the link for the stream so you can come and join us, we are not going to give that out. We don't want a whole flood of however many people are watching. 19 people watching coming into the screen. Getting quite far behind. Question: how did Thomas really decline in quality? All to do with Mattel. Mattel messed up the show so much when they were in charge. Like, even though the show was good for the first 5 seasons, they completely ruined it. Okay, GB Keeling is the name of the engine that became Wilbur the Forest's engine. Neither of you are exact, but you got close. Apparently, we were close, Tom.
Yeah, all my Thomas and engine knowledge.
I'm guessing you don't know who Wilbur the Forest engine is. Basically, Wilbert's an engine who was named after the Reverend Wilbert Awdry, who wrote the books.
I did know that. That's something I know.
Question: did you see my question? Yes, I did, and we answered it. Question for the 3 railway engines: what is your favourite character introduced in the Andrew Brenner? I assume that means the Brenner era. To be honest, I don't really remember all the characters introduced. I'm probably gonna say Connor, but I can't really remember all of the characters introduced. I'm gonna say Connor, but I'm not sure. Yes, I agree with that. What is better, Nia or Rebecca? Dom, you know nothing about them, but would you care to say which name sounds better, Nia or Rebecca?
I mean, one of those names is my mum, so I'll definitely go with that one. That would be Rebecca.
Yeah, I would say Rebecca is the better character. Most Thomas fans hate both of these characters, but I would say Rebecca feels more a part of the Thomas universe than Nia does. But the thing is, with both of these questions, if they were characters in the background who appeared now and then, I wouldn't mind them. In fact, I would quite like them. But in terms of them being main characters, they have done nothing to suggest they should be main characters whatsoever. If you could pick one, which character would bring back into the Brenner era? Yeah, I'd probably go Boko, but the thing is, though, everyone says Boko, so I'm going to be that one guy who says Duke. Dom, any characters do you remember that you wish were back?
I'm such a fan of Boko. You know, I've got a poster of him on my wall.
Ah, that's not very nice for Jake Channel.
He said something worse later on.
Yeah, I would agree with that, because the Hit era, basically Hit Entertainment basically changed Thomas from this show that could be enjoyed by all ages to the show that was just stereotyped as a baby show. So it was a lot to do with Thomas Tank Engine. Least favorite classic series episodes. Dom, do you know any classic series episodes?
Goodbye, Fat Controller. I have no idea.
That is the season 19 episode or a Brenner era episode. Honestly, because there are 3 definitions of what is the classic era. So if we're going for the general fan interpretation of what the classic era is, my least favorite is the Old Bridge. And I think everyone knows why. It's because Scarlo's character was just messed up beyond belief. But some people count the classic era as seasons 1 to 2, and some people count the classic era as seasons 1 to 5. From those 2 options, I'm going to be controversial. and say my least favorite episode is Thomas Comes to Breakfast, and I said why in my season 2 review. I just don't like many of the choices that the characters made, such as this is one, Dom. I think you can agree with this. And basically, Thomas crashes into the station master's house, and the station master's wife is annoyed with Thomas for ruining their breakfast, meaning she has to cook some more, rather than crashing into the house that could collapse at any second. Okay, we have another question from Ollie here. Which room are you both in? Yeah, I remember. Question. Why are the creators of the show obsessed with Thomas and making him appear in so many episodes and making him the main character of every episode in the reboot? I don't think we need to know this. Mattel is a stupid company, and that is essentially why Mattel have no idea what they're doing. This sentence is false. Is the sentence I just typed true or false? Well, that's a paradox.
That's what it is.
Yeah, but also think about it. I think it's a paradox, because if this sentence is true, then it's false, and if it's false, then it's true. So it's a paradox. What did you think of my Thomas multiverse theory? I quite liked it, to be honest. But one thing I would say is that it's not really a theory. I would class it as an idea, given that, Dom, I don't like to know your thoughts, but my thing is an idea is when you just have a basic idea behind a theory. It only becomes a theory when you have proof. Would you agree with that, Dom?
Yeah. A theory, you've got to have kind of stuff.
So I liked your Thomas multiverse theory, but I would class it as an idea rather than a theory. What do you think of Diesel Do Right? I'm pretty sure I've only saw this episode once. I think, am I right in saying it's the one where... Oh, so I'm not asking you, Dom. I think I'm right in saying it's the one in Blubber when Diesel tries to change his image. I think as Blubber episodes go, it's not the worst, but I would still class it as a bad episode. What episode you would think that Britt and Brenner teamed up on? Well, actually, there were loads of episodes from season 3 that were written by Britt Allcroft, but actually based on Angie Brenner magazines. Dom, this is a question for you from Ollie. Does Thomas Beast have Stream Mod? Does anyone have Stream Mod? I've never even heard of Stream Mod, so... Do you think Thomas and Friends will ever see a series finale? What do you think, Dom?
I mean, I'll say it'll keep being rebooted it'll end series finale, and then it'll be rebooted again in a few years' time.
I think I would not be surprised at all if Thomas and Friends ended, but I think with Mattel being in charge, I don't think they would know if an episode they're making would be the series finale. I think they'd make a series, it will go out, and then they decide, this hasn't made any money, we'll just end the show. Rather than saying, right, we're going to end with this season and we'll make the last episode a finale. Okay. What do you think was Thomas's best season? I say season 1. What do you say, Dom?
Completely agree, of course.
I'd say season 5. However, all of the first 5 in season 20 are top tier. This will be a challenge for Dom. Please match the seasons to the era. The seasons are 1 to 6, 7 to 12, 13 to 16, 17 to 21, 22 to 24. The eras are Sharon Miller era, Classic era, Hit era, Brother era, Brenner era. Although, quick thing, I would actually class the eras slightly differently as to what he has, but
I'm not sure that's going to help me. I'll say 1 to 6 classics, And I think Brenner, I'm going to say 17 to 21. I don't know, Sharon Miller, 7 to 12. Hitch, 13, 16. Bubba, 22, 24.
You were so close. It is 1 to 6 classics, 7 to 12 Hit, 13 to 16 Sharon Miller, 17 to 21 Brenner, 22 to 24 Bubba. I would class it slightly differently. I would say 1 to 5 is Allcroft, 6 to 7 is Ghislaine, and then 8 to 12 is Hit, and then carry on as you did. Question for Dom. Why are you so amazing? Dom, thanks for asking yourself a question.
Yeah,
would you care to answer it?
I don't know. Question for you though. What are your thoughts on Thomas and the Magic Railway or Railroad or whatever it's called?
Railroad.
There, that one.
Yeah. My views on it. I think it's a bad film, but I really enjoy watching it. So, yeah, that's essentially it. Thoughts on It's Good to Be Gordon, as it is a good hit episode, but includes Henry's special cold. My views on this episode is that whilst I dislike the fact it brings back Henry's special cold, it comes in an era where good episodes are very rare. So I think if this was put during series 1 between Cole and the Flying Kipper, it would be a good episode. Therefore, I'm prepared to overlook the fact that it includes Henry's special cold and say I enjoy it, even though, yeah, Henry doesn't have special cold anymore. I don't know why, but Don looks like a character from a Polish serial, lol.
Oh, yeah, speak Polish, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you've discovered me.
Which character do you think has a more annoying name, Dom?
Billy. Definitely.
I think Charlie, when he appeared for the first time, was more annoying than Billy. But the thing is, because Charlie has appeared in the Brenner era, he has been redeemed, in my opinion. Would you like to reboot Thomas if Mattel died in a few years? Obviously, I would like to. How realistic that is like probably below 0.001%. What about you, Dom?
I mean, yeah, it's always nice if they fixed it, because then everyone's happy. But they could always make it worse.
Who's better, Ari and Bert or Splatter and Dodge? Which names do you prefer?
I mean, obviously Splatter and Dodge. They sound like a right cool kid duo.
I don't think Ari and Bert. I think Ari and Bert's best appearance is better than Splatter and Dodge's best appearance. But overall, I would say Splatter and Dodge are better. Another question from Ollie here. Question to you both. Are you interested in a Doctor Who Thomas crossover? Maybe an evil Thomas as an antagonist?
I mean, that would just be stupid, not gonna lie. It'd be fun, but stupid.
Do you remember, Dom? I think it was a couple of years ago. I wrote an audio script for a Thomas Doctor Who crossover.
Yeah.
I think I had Peter Capaldi's Doctor, Wilf. I brought Wilf back, and I had a new incarnation of the Master.
Yeah, it was certainly something. We'll leave it at that.
Yes, I believe I did know this. There was, I think I did know there was a sequel for Magic Railroad, but it was cancelled. Norman, because he appears in the Brenner era. I think Dennis probably has more of a character to him, but Dennis was in the Hit era and Norman in the Brenner era, so I prefer Norman. Dom, which name sounds better?
Norman.
Norman. Okay. No, I didn't, due to the fact that I had not been born yet. It came out in 2000, before I was born. Who was Diesel 10 and why he doesn't appear anymore? Who were his helpers? Go on then, Dom. Do you want to try and answer this?
Diesel 10 was the 10th Diesel, and he doesn't appear anymore because the producers are stupid and forgot about him.
I mean, your first answer, the answer to the first part, was actually true. I mean, he's not called Diesel 10 because he was the 10th Diesel, but he was the 10th Diesel to appear in the show. When he first appeared, they said he's Diesel 10, 10 out of 10 for devious deeds and brutal strength. He basically, if you've ever seen any pictures of a Diesel with a face and a claw, that's Diesel 10.
Oh! All memories coming back now. Yeah.
Helpers were Splatter and Dodge, the ones you said you liked the names earlier. And I don't honestly know why he doesn't appear anymore. I assume that's because Andrew Brenner just didn't like him. And that's why he only appeared once in the Brenner era. And then Mattel have just forgotten about him. But I don't know. One of your favourite character themes. You probably don't know any of them, Dom, but any idea?
I mean, my favourite train in general has always been James, because red's my favourite colour and James is my middle name. So that was like a double whammy. And he was the only person whose book I had back in the good old days. So I'll just say James.
I would honestly say my favourite character is Edward, but my favourite character theme, I would probably say Gordon. I think his classic era theme is great. Who is better, Derek or Old Slow Coach? Who do you think has the better name, Dom?
Old Slow Coach, of course.
I would say Derek. Derek appears in one episode, Old Slow Coach about two. And there's not much to compare about either of them. I would probably say Derek.
I feel like someone's going to try and catch me out, say the best train in the whole series and the worst train in the whole series, and say who is better. And I'm going to look stupid and say the worst character.
Who's better, Edward or Nia?
Oh, obviously Edward. I actually know who Edward is.
Yes, Dom, that was correct. We've put the best character against the worst character, and you've got the best one. Another question from Ollie. What is your favourite chess piece?
The little horsey.
I mean, obviously, the most superior to have is the Queen, because they can do everything. But I think I would honestly say the Knight, because of Ron in Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, which goes, as for me, I'll be a knight. Would Mallard be a great character in Thomas? What do you think, Dom?
The only Mallard I know is a duck, and I'm pretty sure there were already ducks in Thomas, so I don't know.
We've had this question in Quiz Club. Mallard is the fastest steam engine in the world. He was mentioned in some of the Railway series books. He is Gordon's cousin. I think he would be an okay Thomas character, but with the way Flying Scotsman has been presented as more of a rival to Gordon rather than an ally, I think any role the writing team could give Mallard would be just as easily given to Flying Scotsman. So I think we should just stick with Flying Scotsman as being Gordon's relative for now. Question for Dom. Which branch line is better, the Little Western or Thomas's branch line? Who runs the Little Western?
Well, I'm going to say the first answer is the Little Western. Who runs Little Western is the Little Western controller. Oh no, they're all engines. Oh God, I don't know.
God does not run Little Western. So Duck runs the branch line. He's a Great Western engine. Oliver is kind of like the second engine, and he's also a Great Western engine. That's why they call it the Little Western. And Donald and Douglas also help out there. I think Donald Douglas's main place of work is Little Western, although they do stuff all over. Who is your favourite twin characters? Do you know any twin characters from Thomas, Dom?
Would the Troublesome Trucks be twins?
I think they'd be quadruple, triplets, twins, triplets, sepplets.
Yeah. I'll have to go with them. I can't remember.
I liked Alden Douglas, but I would say Bill and Ben.
Oh, the Flower Pot Men. Yeah.
I mean, they're engines as well. They're tank engines. Lego Fan 65, go for it.
I'm scared.
When was the last Railway series book premiered? Which writer wrote it? Dom, care to answer this?
It was premiered 2002. And the writer who wrote it was H.G. Wells.
Yeah, H.G. Wells wrote everything. No, it was published in 2011. And of course, yes, it was H.G. Wells. No, it was Christopher Audrey.
Oh, it wasn't. Okay.
Yes, it was Reverend Audrey's son, Christopher Audrey. Worst episode of favorite season? Well, my favorite season is season 5. I would say my least favorite episode from that season is Make Someone Happy. Dom, you can answer this about Doctor Who if you want.
Oh, that's an interesting question, actually. For Doctor Who, I'd probably say, I don't know, I'll say The Doctor's Daughter because Series 4 was my favorite, but I don't know.
My favorite series is Series 4 of New Who. And honestly, I would probably say my least favorite episode is Planet of the Ood. But yeah, every episode in Series 4 was great. So
exactly.
Ollie, no, we are not doing that. Billy was originally going to appear in the episode Splosh, but was replaced by Charlie. I did, in fact, already know that. I don't think Dom did, though. Bert the Diesel or Bert the Small Engine? What are you going for, Dom?
Small engine.
Yeah, I would go Small Engine.
Yes.
What is your favourite diesel? You want to answer, Dom?
Petroleum. Is that?
Petroleum.
I don't know. I don't know the names of any.
I'm going Boko.
Oh yeah, I did not actually know.
Boko came back to have an episode where he visits Barry's scrapyard and saved 3 locomotives: Joshua, Barry, and Luca. What do you think? Barry, I don't think Barry should be introduced into the show, because I think one of the reasons why fans love Barry so much is that he was this planned engine who never ended up appearing. If you bring him into the show, then all of that's just going to go away, and he's just going to be a character people someday will just forget about, like Billy or someone like that. Yeah, I want Boko to come back into the show. However, I don't think he should at this point, because like anyone who's seen the trailer for Series 25, I don't think they want any of their favorite characters to come back into this era of the show. Is the 3 Railway Engines your favorite Railway series book? It is not mine. I made a video where I ranked my top 10 Railway series books. I think the 3 Railway Engines is number 8. My favorite book is Enterprising Engines. What do you think, Dom?
Couldn't agree more.
Did you see Beauty of Our Lives and hope that we will always find it? There is a YouTuber who has heard of you but has no interest in the videos of the rails, and I have questioned about the... I have not seen it. I have never even heard of it, and I doubt Dom has either. Have you, Dom?
Nope.
No. I started a new YouTube series called Lego 65's Childhood In, where I talk about my VHS and DVD collection from childhood. Cool, I hope that goes well.
I might check that out.
Should Bear and the story Super Rescue be televised? Yes. I think Super Rescue I think it's my second favourite Railway series story after Edward's Exploit. So yeah, I want Super Rescue to be televised. I think Super Rescue should have been the episode that they wrote Henry off the steam team with. Like, Edward got a shed for Edward. It was a terrible episode, but at least they had an episode sort of saying goodbye to Edward. Henry had a single line of dialogue at the start of Forever and Ever, I think it would have been much better if they had used Super Rescue, so sort of like Henry Swan's song, say basically as his farewell episode from the Steam team. What do you think, Dom?
Yeah, again, Super Rescue should have. Yeah, I can't express into words how much I want Super Rescue to be televised.
Bear, I think Bear is my favourite Railway series only character. So yeah, I want him to be brought into the TV show. Yes. The reason why Enterprising Engines was the thumbnail is because it's my favourite book. Yeah. Bear should stay blue in the show as Donald Douglas stayed black. Yeah, I can agree with that. Thoughts on fan service characters? I think this can apply to any show. It doesn't have to be Thomas. I think it can be done right, and in many ways, you should have fan service characters. But when you have too much of it, like in series 18 of Thomas and Friends, it's just stupid. Like they were forcing Duck and/or Oliver into what felt like every episode. Some episodes work, like Duck and the Split Coaches. Duck was the main character. But in other episodes, like Last Train for Christmas, they were just forced into the first scene for no reason, added nothing to the plot, just for fan service, and that's when it gets a bit stupid. Dom, any thoughts?
I mean, fans like fan service.
And also, I think Captain Jack coming back into Doctor Who was fan service.
Yeah, it's just saying that it was a bad episode.
Yeah. Like I think Jack was done right, but the episodes weren't.
Yeah.
Question for Free Oriented: if you could introduce one Railway series character, who would it be? If you mean into the TV show, I said Bear, so I've introduced Bear. If you mean who would I introduce myself to, as in actually meet Edward, he's my favorite character. Dom, would you want to meet James?
Yeah, be nice.
Dom, please, do you think you'll ever find a motivation to upload on YouTube again?
I mean, I did the diss track a few days ago. Count yourself lucky. There's normally monthly uploads.
It's about 2 weeks ago now, Dom.
Yeah, I know.
And yeah,
I mean,
about
not.
this track. After this live stream ends, I will put a link to his diss track in the description of this video and in a pinned comment, so everyone go and watch it.
Yeah.
Watching Dennis were originally going to appear in Day of the Diesels, but got replaced by Paxton Norman in Sydney. I didn't know this. I doubt you did, Dom, but you might have done. Should we cut off whole reboots? That means we kill seasons from 22 to 26 and more seasons until Reverend W. Waldry comes back from death and Britt Allcroft comes back. And if we find the models and a Bren, I mean, it'll be great if Wilbert could come back from the grave and write for Thomas again. Something tells me that's unlikely to happen, though. Are you looking forward for the second theatrical Thomas movie? I'm not convinced it's actually going to happen. Because we've heard so much about, for example, this Adventures of Thomas film, which was scheduled to be released in 2010, then was pushed back again, and then it ultimately just got cancelled. I think a similar thing is going to happen to this Mark Foster film. I'm not convinced it'll actually happen. I am interested to see what it'll be like if it does come out, but I'm not all that excited for it. I honestly don't think it'll be all that good. Anything to add, Dom? Okay. What characters shouldn't be televised? The Works Diesel. That's the first character I can think of. Have either of you seen Class? Did you like it? I have not seen Class, but from what I have heard, it is terrible.
Oh no, I watched it, but I made the mistake of watching it with my dad. So when all the shall we say 18+ scenes came up, that was a bit uncomfortable, but it was good. It's like Torchwood, just a bit weirder. But I think you should watch it.
An idea for a spin-off here. So you know how like none of the characters in a show matter. What really matters is the location, and what of the locations that really matter is the school. It's the school that matters. So let's make a spin-off based at the school the first episode was set in, with none of the characters. Everyone will love it.
Guess so.
Favorite movie director? I think you can actually answer this one, Dom.
Yeah, definitely Edgar Wright. It's just his films are just so fun to watch.
I don't actually know that many movie directors. I don't tend to look at the directors. I'm gonna go. Was the director of the final 4 Harry Potter films David Yates? Was that the director?
Go for it.
Yeah, I'm going to say David Yates. I can't actually answer this question because, apologies, I have not seen either. But have you, Dom?
Disgraceful. Absolutely disgraceful. Definitely Marvel, just because apart from Shazam, DC take themselves too seriously. But Marvel, you just have a laugh. It's great. Guardians of the Galaxy. Mwah. Beautiful.
Okay, you keep talking about that. I'm going to get something for one of the later questions.
Oh, so I'm going to just ramble about Marvel. Right. Yeah, films are good. Yeah. Subscribe to Thomas Beast, boys and girls, and variations thereupon. He's really dumped me in it now.
Right, I'm back. Question. Where's the question? Could you show us one of your Thomas DVDs on screen? Season 5 DVD. My favorite season. I don't actually own. I think I have all of the seasons up to season 10 on DVD, and then from season 17 to 20, and all of the films bar King of the Railway. I don't actually have King of the Railway on DVD. I've never heard of it. I don't know if you have, Dom.
Yeah, that's like the big 3 films made by Edgar Wright, who I mentioned earlier. Okay. I love all of them. I'd actually say that The World's End is my favorite, and it's hardly anyone else's favorite, but I like it the most.
I was least favorite Diesel character. I'm not sure, to be honest. There are so many like one-time Diesels to never come back. I say the works Diesel again.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Are you a Star Wars fan? I am not. No. Are you, Dom?
Not particularly. I'll watch the films if they're not stupid, like the most recent ones. But yeah, I wouldn't say I'm a fan.
It is confirmed Torchwood was definitely officially aired because Cardiff. So important.
Mm-hmm.
I like Torchwood. Torchwood's a good show. Captain Jack is great. Gwen is great. Owen is great. Tosh is great. Gianto is great. Yeah, Torchwood's a good show. How far have you got now in Torchwood?
I've got the page open. I'm over halfway through series 2 now.
Okay, series 2. Series 3 is the best series. It's dark as hell, but it's great. Series 4 is the worst though. If someone made a horror movie based on Diesel 10, how would you feel about that? I mean, as long as it's a good film, that would be great. Go for it, because Diesel 10 is the Thomas character that would fit a horror film the best. Obviously, because of his claw, the way he acts in Magic Railroad. So as long as it's a good film, I think that's a great idea. What do you think, Dom?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just imagining like you've got It and like all these top tier Stephen King horror films, and you got Diesel 10.
Basically in music A level, which I take, one of our set works is Psycho, and there are a couple of us who are like, can we not watch any of the scenes from Psycho because we might get traumatized? Dom, have you seen Paul and Slaughterhouse Rules as well? I'm not sure if they're done by Edgar, but they both have Simon Pegg and Nick Frost.
I've seen Paul. I haven't seen Slaughterhouse Rules. Paul was definitely not as good as the Cornetto trilogy, but yeah, I still like them. Simon Pegg is just it's just fun, isn't it? It's just funny.
Wraps on 1K, by the way. Thank you, Mitchell Watkins. Thoughts on which character should be televised? Pip and Emma, the other Arslan engines, Wilbert, 16, Fred, Ivor Hugh, Albert, Helena, and Victoria. I don't think Pip and Emma should be televised because the whole thing in the books was they are replacing Gordon on the Express. I don't think you could do that in the TV show. So I think if you were to bring them in, you'd have to think of something else to do with them. I'm not sure what else you could do. The other Arslan engines and Ivor Hugh, I think, yeah, they should be brought in, but I'm not convinced about the others. What do you think, Dom?
Yeah, Pip and Emma are certainly engines. I hope.
Yeah, they are engines.
Okay.
What's your favourite season only based on narrow gauge engine episode? I would. Well, see, for me, it's between Series 4, Series 5, and Series 18, actually. I really like narrow gauge engine Series 8 episodes and Series 18. I'd say probably Series 5, but it could be 4 or 18. Both of you, your favourite and least favourite Torchwood Series 1 episodes. I'm actually going to have to get the
list of episodes.
I'm actually going to have to get the list of episodes up because I don't remember. Do you know the episodes, Dom?
No, I remember Sky Eagle said earlier that he was on Series 2, Episode 9, and I watched that yesterday, so I thought that was quite funny. Torchwood Series 1, I mean, I'd say, yeah, everything changes. It's quite good.
Everything changes. Day 1, Ghost Machine, Cyberwoman, Small Worlds, Countryside, Greeks Bearing Gifts, They Keep Killing Susie, Random Shoes, Out of Time, Combat, Captain Jack Harkness, The End of Days.
Either I don't know, either Combat or Small World's my least favourite, and Random Shoes is my favourite.
I would say Ghost Machine is probably my favourite. Either Ghost Machine or Out of Time. I really like those two. I'd say my least favourite is probably Day 1. I mean, it's written by Chris Chibnall.
What do you mean? That was excellent viewing. My eyes were glued to the screen.
I'd say it's written by Chris Chibnall. Both Cyberwoman and Countryside are written by Chris Chibnall, and they're both good episodes.
Yeah.
Countryside is absolutely disgusting, but it's a good episode.
Oh yeah, that was. I was definitely not sick after watching that.
Who was better, Arthur or Murdoch? What do you think is a better name?
I feel like I'm going to say not many people like Murdoch, so I'm going to say Arthur.
I would say Murdoch looks better, but Arthur's character is developed more. Do you want to answer this, Tom? Take a guess, either yes or no, 50-50 chance.
Oh, no.
They are.
Damn it.
Thoughts on The Great Race? I enjoy watching it. However, I don't think it's a great Thomas film. I think it's in the bottom half of my ranking of the Thomas films. The songs are great, though. Dom, something for you here.
Yeah, he just opened the shower curtain.
You're referring to Psycho here, aren't you?
Yeah.
Which is better, Disney or DreamWorks? I don't think I've actually seen a DreamWorks film, so I'm going to have to say Disney.
Oh, you have. DreamWorks is like Up and Monsters, Inc., isn't it?
Pixar. That's Pixar.
Oh, whatever. I know what I mean. I make myself look really stupid there. Either way, I'll say DreamWorks because Disney make everything too family-friendly, PG, etc.
What's your favourite Thomas channel? Want to answer this, Dom?
Well, I know who my least favourite is. That blooming 3 railway engines. What an idiot. No, obviously you're the only one I know. Of course you're my favourite.
And your least favourite then?
Yeah,
I'm the only one you know.
But don't tell anyone.
I mean, my favourite is everyone's favourite. It's the Unlucky Tug. Who's your favourite diesel engine, Mavis or Boko? Which name sounds better, Dom?
I've heard Boko many times that people like him, so Boko.
Yeah, I'm going Boko. No, same from Ollie. I agree with Dom with Random Shoes. It's such a filler episode, but I really like it.
Yes.
The internet is really divided about Random Shoes. Yeah, the thing is, just because it's a filler episode doesn't mean it's bad. Like Boomtown is obviously that's a massive filler episode, but I really enjoy Boomtown.
Yeah, I mean, apart from the bit where he kind of just went to heaven for a bit, I had a smile on my face the whole episode. It's great.
I sat through Random Shoes just being a bit confused by the whole thing. Like, I wasn't really sure what was going on, but I think, yeah, it's a good episode. I enjoy it.
Having reached Series 2, Episode 9, I'd say my best episode so far, my favourite episode so far is Adam. I loved Adam.
That was a good one. I would say my favourite episode, well, it's not really an episode, it's because Children of Earth, it's the whole series is one story. And it's just a great story. So I probably love that. I would say out of the ones you've seen, I quite like Reset and Dead Man Walking. That's sort of a two-parter dealing with spoilers, everyone. Owen, Steph, and Resurrection. I quite like that two-parter. I mean, it's not really a two-parter, but it sort of is.
Yeah. Owen's my favourite character.
Yeah, come on, Jack.
No, Owen. He's so relatable. He's so like snarky and rude, and I'm like, that's me.
I really like Owen, but come on, it's Jack. What are both your favourite and least favourite folk songs?
There once was a ship that put to sea. The name of the ship was a Billy of Tea. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that's a great song. I would say my favourite. It keeps changing. My favourite right now is probably Stand Up Now. And my least favourite is Dancing on Air. Who's your favourite engine from the Steam team? Edward or Percy or James? I assume that means James.
James, yeah.
Yeah, mine's Edward.
Poor Percy.
Who are your... I assume that's who your favourites, Thomas narrators. What's yours, Dom? If you know any.
Well, I'm aware that Alec Baldwin was one, because he was in that tragic fail road, and also he was just there generally. So yeah, I'll say him.
I would say from the TV show, my favourite is Ringo Starr. Oh, I assume you've heard of Dom, Ringo Starr.
Yes.
But I think the best was George Carlin. However, it just says Thomas narrators, so I'm including the Railway series as well here. From the Railway series and the TV show, I think my favourite is probably Willie Rushton. He narrated quite a few of Wilbert's books. That's great. Railway series every day of the week. Actually, Wilbert's Railway series. If it's Christopher's Railway series, I'm going in the classic era. But if it's just Wilbert, then obviously the Railway series. Dom, question for you. Who was the engine that Douglas saved in the Scrapyard episode?
Let's go, Gordon. No, Percy. Percy. I don't know.
Oliver.
That's what I said.
I'm from Ollie here. Yanto is clearly the best character. The passion in Sniper Woman and throughout the show is just the best and least confusing. Now, I would say, what's his name? I'd say the actor who plays Yanto, Gareth David Lloyd, I think, something like that. I think he is the best actor. But I don't think Yanto's the best character. He's a very good character. But when you've got Jack and Owen and Gwen, I don't think. I mean, yeah, I like Tosh. I like all of them. It's just when you like all of them, someone's got to be bottom.
Yeah, Yanto's probably the one with the most funny lines.
Seriously though, one of my friends, she absolutely hates Reese with a burning passion. She's like, No, but I want Gwen and Jack to get together. Get rid of Reese and get Gwen and Jack together.
I want Jack Harkness and Jack Harkness to get together.
You mean you don't mean two of the same person. You mean Jack Harkness and the one he stole the name from, right?
Yes. Oh, absolute brain destruction.
That was a great episode. That one, the one where he meets the guy he stole the name from. I assume this was supposed to be a question for you, but I don't know this, so.
Blue engine. Let's go for Edward. Is Edward blue?
Yeah, he's blue. I would say Edward on the basis that I only know 2 blue tender engines, and Edward's a lot smaller than Gordon, but I don't know.
Damn.
I'm from America, and Michael and Janice narrated 6 episodes in the US version of New Friends of Thomas. I'm curious, did the UK get any Thomas releases from the US narrator? Well, when Mark Morgan was narrator, he was narrator for both English dubs, so we sort of did. However, we haven't got one that was solely a US narrator, apart from possible. I suppose you could have classed Magic Railroad as that, given Mr. Conductor was narrator, and Mr. Conductor was played by Alec Baldwin, who was US narrator, but I think that's the only time we've had a UK release with the US narrator. So until any more questions come in, I think we should, to give you something to talk about, Dom, I think we should talk about Doctor Who for a bit.
Oh, huzzah. By the way, Edward was correct. So,
yeah, sure. So who's your favourite companion?
Donna. Simple banter. Nardole is the best, like, half companion, and then Donna's the best full-time companion.
I mean, I think you know my favourite companion is K9. Yeah, that's right. I would say, out of New Who, my favourite Doctor-companion relationship is David Tennant and Donna, because there's no romance in there whatsoever. They're just friends. They laugh a lot. I think I really like the Doctor Donna relationship, but as a companion, my favourite's K9.
Okay. Yeah, it was similar with Doctor and Bill, with there being no romance, because who would fancy the 12th Doctor except this fella?
Question. Do you know anything about Minecraft?
Yeah.
Okay, we have another question from Ollie. A Minecraft question for you both. Which material is best for crafting armor? Emeralds, diamonds, iron, gold, netherite, leather, redstone. I mean, I've never played Minecraft.
I mean, we all know that leather is far stronger than diamond.
I would say though, not knowing Minecraft, I would say gold. Because that would give the impression that, look, I'm so rich, I can afford to waste my gold on armor.
No, I think that I think you can't mine netherite or something, or it's ridiculously hard to. So I would go diamond. But I have no idea. I played it like twice.
Will you ever in your YouTube live make a decision between Edward or the Railway series? No? I'm not really sure what this is asking, but...
Well, maybe make a decision about which one's your favourite?
Oh, okay. The Railway series, probably, but... Got another question. Have you heard of Lord House? It's getting a movie on Netflix sometime this month. I have not. Have you done?
Isn't that Loud House?
Oh, yeah, it is.
I actually read it as Lord the first time as well. No, I haven't heard really.
Who did Henry and his trucks push this engine into the coal? Oh, the coal dump. Yeah, I know this.
Let's say Nia, because we all want to push Nia into a coal dump.
Percy.
Oh,
Percy,
man, no!
Question for you both. What's your favourite cartoon?
As a cartoon TV series, and film. Teen Titans Go. Oh, well, then no, Ben 10. Obviously Ben 10. What am I playing at? Obviously Ben 10. Old Ben 10 though.
I would say I watch barely any cartoons. I would probably say The Adventures of Kid Danger, which is a spin-off to Henry Danger, which is a live-action show. So.
Oh, wait. Hang on.
How could you not say Power Rangers?
What, to that question? That's not a cartoon though, is it? But
I have no idea. I've never watched it.
I only like. This is going to sound really sad, but I only like Power Rangers Dino Charge.
Okay. Favorite and least favorite Sarah Jane story? I assume, Ollie, you mean Sarah Jane Adventures rather than just a story of Sarah Jane in. What would you go
for, which one's the one with the? Is it Goodbye Sarah? No, whichever one with the trickster, where the woman falls off the pier, but then swaps place with Sarah Jane, and Sarah Jane's never existed.
What's Andrea? Is that her name?
Yeah, it's something like Goodbye Sarah Jane Smith, or
whatever.
Whatever happened to Sarah Jane? Whatever happened? Yes.
So that's the one where Maria's still there, and Maria remembers, and no one else. Yeah, I like that. I'd say my favorite is The Wedding of Sarah Jane Smith.
Yeah, that was my second favorite.
Yeah, with the 10th Doctor. And fun fact, the Brigadier was meant to appear, but Nicholas Courtney got ill, so couldn't film, and David Tennant was very upset that he didn't get a chance to work with Nicholas Courtney.
Yeah, he was in another episode, though, of Sarah Jane Adventures. The Brigadier.
And the one that he actually appeared in was originally supposed to be Martha Jones, but Freema Agyeman couldn't film, so Russell T Davies suggested the Brigadier. Oh, and by the way, Ollie, if you mean what my favourite story with Sarah Jane in is, I'm going Genesis of the Daleks, because that's my favourite Doctor Who story of all time. Back to this one. In Calling All Engines, who did Emily push this diesel into the mud? I actually don't know this one, so it's been ages since I've seen.
I couldn't tell you. Diesel 10, let's go that one. Everyone wants to push Diesel 10 into the mud.
I mean, I don't know who it was, but I know it wasn't Diesel 10.
Ah, damn it.
Hit era or Mattel era? These 23 to 26.
Hit, because you absolutely despise Mattel.
Yeah, I would go Hit. I think these are both bad eras, but Hit at least has some good episodes. I mean, Mattel does have the Michael White episodes, but not really. Apparently it's Diesel.
Damn, who's this little Thomas genius who went into my body? Interesting. Oh, we're out of questions, boys. What's
your favorite? What's your favorite Doctor Who spin-off?
Oh God, that's I mean, I'd probably go Sarah Jane, just because it's I can't say class because no one really likes that, and I haven't watched all of Torchwood, and I haven't watched Children of Earth, which you say is the best. So Sarah Jane, I would say really go for.
I would say out of the TV spin-offs, my favourite is Sarah Jane, but I think Torchwood is the best, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
If we're counting everything into account, so TV, audio, my favourite is Gallifrey, which is an audio Big Finish series.
I thought you were going to say that weird Australian canine show or something.
Never seen it. Why do you hate Nia? Okay. Basically, for you, Ollie, who doesn't know, for Dom, who doesn't know, for anyone watching who doesn't know the history behind the Brother era, basically, Mattel wants to reboot the show, having more female members of the STEAM team and having more diversity. So they brought in 2 new characters called Nia and Rebecca. And they replaced 2 of the original characters, Edward and Henry, in the STEAM team. And so basically, Mattel just said, we're shoving these 2 new characters in as main characters, replacing these 2 well-loved characters. And I think most fans were like, we'd rather they didn't replace Edward and Henry, but let's just give these characters a chance to see what they're like. But Nia and Becca just had no characters in whatsoever. They were just ticks on a checklist. So yes, we've got girls in. Yes, we've got an engine from another country. We have got our inclusive checklist. That is it. We are not going to bother to make these interesting characters. We are just going to put them there so we can get good publicity, and that's it.
Just wait, John. Next season, they'll be revealed to be lesbians.
Thankfully, there is not a romance at all in Thomas. I mean, there was one episode that hinted at romance, and that is one of my least favorite episodes of the whole show. But in 24 seasons, one episode hinted at romance, and that was it. And hopefully that is how it's going to stay. No romance in Thomas and Friends, please. Who met Percy at the Diesel Works?
Diesel.
Question. Diesel 10. Diesel 10. I believe I've never seen it, but I believe. Have you, Dom? Have you seen it?
I mean, the general film, the general video game series, I haven't played, but it looks good. The film I did see, and it was good. It was good.
What's your top 10 favorite episodes? It's going to be. I made a top 10 classic Thomas video. I'm just going to say those are my top 10 episodes. There are probably some Brenda era episodes that are actually in there, and I will make a video of my top 10 favorite episodes at some point in the future. I do not know. My favorite is Edward's Exploit. That I do know, but I'm not sure about the rest. Dom, because you don't know Thomas,
let's answer that question in the slightest.
What's your 10 favorite Doctor Who episodes?
I couldn't give it to you off the top of my head. Just let's go the last, the Midnight, Turn Left, Journey's End, etc. I'll go End of Time, 11th Hour. I don't know. Some Series 10 episodes. Rose. I don't know. Just all of the ones that everyone likes. Blink, Heaven Sent, Time Heist. I like that one.
I don't know.
That wasn't really
my top. I'm not gonna count Classic Who into account because there are too many Classic Who's to think of. Out of New Who, I would say my top 5 are Day of the Doctor. I think that's a rubbish 50th anniversary. I think that's a rubbish 50th anniversary special, but a brilliant episode. So Day of the Doctor, Heaven Sent, I really like. Dalek, the Series 1 episode, is brilliant. Fantastic, I should say. And then my top 2 are Midnight and The Stolen Earth Journey's End.
Yeah.
And that's just New Who, not Classic Who. Has Dom listened to any Big Finish? Also, are you hyped for the Ninth Doctor stories?
I'm hyped for the Ninth Doctor stories because although he's kind of said it's not going to be the case, he could always return. It's opened the door a bit more. And the only Doctor audio story I've ever listened to was just an audio of Genesis of the Daleks. So no, I haven't listened to Big Finish.
I would say I am excited for the Ninth Doctor stories. However, I'm not sure how soon I'm going to be able to listen to them because it's my sister who always buys all the Big Finish stuff. I'm not sure how excited she is about the Ninth Doctor stories. Question. If the test audience didn't ruin Thomas and the Magical Railroad and Britt Allcroft was still on the show, would we still get the Showrunner era blubber and a reboot? I don't think we would have done. I think if Britt Allcroft had still been involved, the show would have been great for all 24 seasons. Maybe it would have ended earlier, but it would have had however many seasons of great seasons rather than about 24, only about 12 of which were good. Dom, another question you can be involved in. Do you think the next Doctor will be female or male? And if so, might the show be revived?
I think it's going to be female, but then the one after that will be male. And I don't think it'll be revived. I think, I hope that the new showrunner will just play it as safe as he possibly can and just try and make a good series of Doctor Who.
Has Chris Chibnall officially left yet?
Nope. I mean, we don't even know that Jodie's going to leave.
I think if Chris Chibnall is still the showrunner, I think the next Doctor will be female. I think if he's not, I think the next Doctor will be male on the basis that Timeless Child caused so much controversy and the fan base is very split. And I think it's just really unfortunate timing that all of this happened, all of this controversial stuff happened during the first female Doctor's run. So I think if there's a new showrunner, they're going to try and play it really safe, to go back to a male actor and just try and unite the fan base again. And whether that's the right thing to do, I don't know. But I think if there's a different showrunner, that's probably what they'll do. However, I think they should just cast the best actor and not care about gender.
Yeah, I'm 99% sure that Chris Chibnall is staying on for at least another year.
I just want him to get out there as soon as possible. Is it wrong that I kind of like the idea of a gay engine? No. I'm going to say I think everyone's welcome to their own opinion. I don't really mind about, I don't care about if the engine is straight or gay or bi or whatever. I just don't think romance should happen. But if romance does happen, then yeah, have all the sexualities.
Would you prefer a new gay engine or one of the old engines to come out as gay, if that were to be the case?
I think all of the current characters, I think all of the old engines should be asexual.
Right.
One was pulling the Express, but he was pulling an engine. This is in the very first episode of the TV show. Who was he pulling? Toby or Percy or Thomas?
I'm not liking all these quiz questions. Thomas.
You are correct.
Yes! It's only because you said it was the first episode.
Dom, have you seen Riverdale? And if so, what are your favourite Riverdale episodes?
No, but I've heard of it, and I've heard it's good, but it's not something that's on my radar right now.
I wouldn't call it good. I think it's enjoyable, but not good. The thing is, though, with picking your favourite episode of Riverdale is that it's not like Doctor Who, where each episode is one story. It's basically a continuing arc. Each episode flows into the next. So you basically have to break it down by what's your favourite season rather than what's your favourite episode. Because you just forget which episodes are which. I would say my favourite season is Series 1. If I had to give a favourite episode, I would say it's Heathers the Musical. Because that's a musical one, so I can just remember it as one episode on its own rather than not part of a big plot. But yeah. Is it wrong that I like the Hit era? No. Because I quite like certain episodes from the Hit era. I wouldn't even say it's wrong if you like the Robert era. I would disagree with you, but I wouldn't even say it's wrong. Edward 9909, I have never heard of it. What about you, Dom?
Nope, neither. But I'm guessing that there's a guy called Nick in it. Yeah,
I'm guessing that too. The Capaldi file engines should have individual liveries in the TV zone. I mean, I don't really have any views either way, so they could or they could not. Diesel 10 has 2 minions, and they're twin diesel engines. Who are they? Is it Diesel and Den, or is it Splatter and Dodge?
I think we said Splatter and Dodge earlier.
Yeah, Splatter and Dodge. Okay, so we are coming up to the 3-hour mark. Let's get a couple more questions in and then call it a day. Try and make them good questions, guys. Okay. Until the next one comes in. Nick is a girl in the show.
Oh. What's your subscriber count now? Just out of interest, has it gone up since?
I will check. Bye, thanks for coming. Question, Dom.
Yeah.
I've forgotten what the question was now.
Is it going to be British steam engines or American engines?
It wasn't. It was going to be a Doctor Who one. No, it wasn't. Who's your favourite Harry Potter character?
Hermione, because
Yeah, very mature. I'm my favourite. My favourite is Luna. Who was Gordon's only brother?
I don't know. Edward.
I'm impressed you know this, Ollie. It's Flying Scotsman.
Oh, yeah.
Who is the engine that's helped Stephen? Is it James or Percy or Thomas?
James.
I think it's Thomas, but there are multiple occasions this could be referring to. So, okay, my subscriber count on my phone just says 1.01k, so that's not very helpful. I'll just check on thingy, YouTube Creator Studio. What's your Hogwarts house, Tom?
I'm pretty sure it's Ravenclaw.
Oh, okay. Mine's Hufflepuff.
Do you actually no? Ignore that.
1013.
Ooh, nice. No more questions.
Come on. Any more questions coming in? I'll have one, Dom. What's your favourite Harry Potter film?
Goblet of Fire, because it's the most unique.
I would say definitely Hallows Part 2. Because it's like, I think I don't particularly like the film Goblet of Fire. I'm not saying it's a bad film. It's just because I think it's a very bad adaptation of the book. That I just don't particularly like it.
Wait, was your question
Thomas
least
is a
favourite
ghost.
or most favourite? Sorry.
Definitely Hallows was my favourite. And I was asking you what your favourite was. Thomas has a ghost brother. What's his name? Timothy, Tom, or Tim?
Tim, a fee.
So, the fact that Thomas has a ghost brother is pure fan invention. There's nothing in any of the books or the TV show that suggests he has a ghost brother. It's pure fan invention. However,
Ethan's
the fans all say he has a ghost brother called Timothy. So you were technically correct. Least favorite episode in Thomas and Friends. Honestly, I couldn't tell you. Off the top of my head, I'd probably say Up and Away, but I don't know. Dom, what's your least favorite Doctor Who episode?
Something from the most recent series, whatever the plural of series is. I'll go. I don't know. Off the top of my head, I'll say Orphan 55.
The thing is, though, my least, I have 3 options, and they're all season finales.
Sorry, Praxeus.
Oh yeah, that was another bad one. I would say my least favorite 3. I don't know which my overall least favorite is. I'd say Last of the Time Lords. I really don't like. Season 3 finale.
Yeah.
Hellbent. I think it's a terrible episode. Because Heaven Sent is amazing, but then Hellbent is awful. And also, The Timeless Children. I think it's an awful one.
Yeah. To be honest, I don't mind if an episode is like Hellbent. It kind of ruins. Let's say it ruins Gallifrey. Timeless Child ruins the Doctor. I don't really mind that. I just want the episode to be enjoyable. And if the episode is like, if I struggle to actually go through an episode, i.e., Chris Chibnall trying to preach to us about global warming, then that's what makes it not a good episode. At least Hellbent, like the 12th Doctor's funny. I don't know. Things look cool. There's a bit of running around, a bit of tension. I don't mind that.
I don't think there's anything wrong with TV shows getting political. It's just when they try to shove a message down our throats, like Orphan 55 did with global warming.
Yeah, like that.
Sorry, we'll go one more question. Don't make it a quiz question. Make it. And so we'll do this one and then last question. What was the name of the last book? Thomas and Gordon, Head of the Blue Engine again, or the Fat Controllers Engines?
Fat Controllers Engines.
Yes, you are correct.
Lovely
Come
job.
on. I have one more question. Before we get there, Dom. So what are you most looking forward to in your remaining Torchwood episodes that you haven't seen yet?
Obviously, Children of Earth. I mean, you just then, and also other things say it's really good, and also it's fun. I've never watched a completely serialized show. I don't think they've all been episodic. I mean, things like Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which I watch, is kind of partly serialized, but yeah, I'm looking forward to Children of Earth, definitely.
Children of Earth, yeah, it's much better than Miracle Day. Miracle Day is still good, but it's the worst series of Torchwood, and I think Children of Earth it's the best series. I think you've still got a couple good episodes left in series 2.
Yeah, I think the finale, Exit Wounds and Fragments, I've heard are good.
I think, the finale. I think Fragments. I would say it's a very clever episode. Fragments. It's quite experimental and it's very clever. I'm just saying,
I'm not sure we'll get any more questions.
Mount the Rain and Adrift still to come. Ooh.
Yeah.
Adrift is a good one.
Okay.
So no, it doesn't look like we're getting any more questions. So congratulations again to Just a Friend for winning the Kahoot. Thank you, Dom.
Congratulations for you hitting 1,000 subscribers.
Thank you, Dom, and thank you for joining me. Remember, guys, I will leave a link to Dom's video in the description. Thanks for coming. I will see you for a new video tomorrow. And Dom, I will see you in a couple of weeks when we go back to school.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. See ya.